Good evening, everyone. Welcome along to the Overhead Cam Winter Championship. Sorry, I should say the Overhead Cam GT500 Winter Championship. This is round 3 here at Sugo Sportsland, and this will be races. 5 and 6 this evening. Two 20-minute races, two nice little sprint races to get your appetite going. Let's move the map, because for whatever reason the map has moved into the annoying place again, so we'll get rid of that because it's blocking everyone's view. Yoink, stick that over there, that's better. Right, big updates as well for us all this evening. We now have sponsorship. Big shout out to The Driven Show, YouTube, podcast, pretty much everywhere you can get them. Pretty sure I've seen some of their stuff on Instagram as well. Really, really kind of them to drop us a sponsor, so really appreciate it. Do go and check out any of their content. I say literally just if you just put in Driven, pretty much anywhere you will be able to find them, or The Driven Show. They're a really nice set of guys. And they have another little podcast on the go as well, saying everything wrong with motorsport, and tonight will almost certainly be a masterclass of everything wrong with motorsport. So buckle up, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a wild one. And we have another big one as well. We have Waymo, TikTok,
Hello.
Instagram superstar, in the chat with us as well.
No, you'll make me blush. You'll make me blush. Hello, everybody.
Well, significantly more famous and well known than I will probably ever be. So it's
Hey, never say never, Tim. Never say never.
Oh,
Who knows?
I'm far too old and boring.
He's taking us with him.
Fingers crossed. Anyway, so qualifying is going to be starting in just a few moments. Sort of at some point it will. So at the moment we're just hovering over the guys in the pits. But let's have a quick run through the championship points, how they look at the moment. So in pole position in the championship with 120 points is Cameron himself, Overhead Cam, and sharing that top spot is Oakley Carnwell as well. Then we have the Luke Carnwell with 91 points, Cameron Montlake with 75, 6th is Jake West with 71, Kurt Hall 47, Francis Bradfield, completely broke my brain then, 46 points, Matt Snook in 9th, Archie Walmsley in 10th, Liam Stephenson in 11th, 12th is Toby Dan Shan, I do apologise, I probably completely butchered that last name, in 13th place, Samuel Barrett 14th, Bladen Ricks 15th, Jamie in 16th, and rounding up the championship is Taylor Martin. So it's really going to be pretty tight here at the top of the championship, and I know there's been
to play for.
Definitely will play for. Have you, first of all, do you want me to refer to you as Waymo or Charlie?
Call me Charlie.
We'll go with Charlie. It's always a bit weird when you sort of have to use people's online name. It's like I always go by Tim. Even though it isn't my online name, I still always just say call me Tim. It's just easier to go that way. No one would be having to say Tim360 learn every 5 minutes. It just becomes an absolute thing. Apparently really struggling to hear anything over cars. Right, turn the volume on the cars down. Sorry, it's all been.
The Axie's out.
Oh, the Acti is out. We'll go and grab it. Oh,
so we have a hell of a championship battle here because Cam is quick, but those Carnwells, they are a quick pairing. They are giving him a run for his money at the moment.
Yeah, and I think as well this circuit is probably. Wow, he sounds so. Right, I'm not even going to read out what's in the chat there.
That is my girlfriend and co-host thinking that she's very funny in the chat there.
Oh, well, to be fair, I was thinking reasonably similar, but I was trying to be a little bit professional, so you couldn't hear me panting and going in the background. But I assure you, I am as aroused as anyone else could possibly be. Right,
this actually got me hot under the collar, if I'm honest.
It's got such little beautiful eyes, hasn't it? It's such a little cutie. There we go. Look, we'll get this one. Oh, and he's just been hit.
Oh no!
That was Westy. Westy just assaulted the Honda Acti, which I kind of feel like is, grounds for complete banning.
Absolutely.
But there you go. Look as well. Look, little cheeky Driven cheeky driven bit there as well, so you can see it. But yeah, this is a circuit I personally don't have much experience with. If I'm honest. Oh, I've just
It's
seen
in Japan, I can tell you that much, Tim. It's in
yeah.
Japan.
My big go-tos is GT3 racing, and they haven't raced here since 2022.
No,
so it's kind of one of those
quite
things
a
of
small, not very wide track for GT racing. I can imagine this is going to be quite interesting.
I think it should be pretty good. These guys are not afraid to get involved with each other. We'll say that. They're not at all opposed to getting bumped. Right, qualifying is going to be starting soon, so we're going to keep an eye on the little Honda Active for just a minute longer. There we go, and now it goes over to my Honda Active that's just sitting there in the pits, waiting patiently. And again, let's move all the cameras and stuff around, because this is the joy of doing it on Assetto Corsa, is that it is the clunkiest, unnatural game in the world to try and stream. It hates it. There isn't an official streamer mode or anything. You just have to go in and press all the manual buttons all the time. Oh, it's still saying you're very quiet. You shouldn't be quiet. Let's pump you up again. Speak again.
Keisha is telling me that I'm ever so quiet on the stream.
Is that sounding better, people at home? Do let us know.
Do let us know. Yes, that would be It's a tough game getting a stream right, especially when the game does not want to be streamed.
Yeah, it's always one of those things. You're sort of trying to balance what it sounds like in my ears versus what I'm seeing on my bars, and it all looks like they're fairly equal, but it shouldn't be quiet overall. It should be fine now. I can't turn it up any more louder. I'm sorry. The cars are very quiet because they're not doing anything at the minute. That's why we're just keeping an eye on this beautiful little fella at the moment. We're all just sat, hanging out, waiting to go for qualifying. That camera
I've had to listen. I think chat's lying.
What?
We're going to in circles.
You absolute scoundrels in the chat. How dare you?
Oh, double acting.
So hopefully we're going to get them all moving in a minute, because normally we do a bit of an outlap and we get to have a nice look at all the cars. But every single time it does seem to change ever so slightly. But you know what? While we're here, let's have a run through some of these grotesque liveries that we all have. Let's go all the way to the front of the grid first. We'll start there. That's the back. There we go. Right. The beginning. So this is Westy in the possibly OP Supra. We will
slightly controversial vehicle we have here. I've lots of conversations between the drivers about the overpoweredness of this vehicle, so it'd be interesting to see what Westy does with it.
I mean, he's been a very quick boy most of the season, so it'd be interesting to see if he can continue doing such things. I've gone the wrong way. There we go. Right, and then we have the first of the Carnwells. This is Luke Carnwell. Wow. It is a lovely car. I have a feeling
this is one of the cars to watch.
Yeah, I think the big aero package is going to really help, especially towards that final turn. It's such a long corner. I can't help but feel that is going to be a big advantage for him. Then the other Carnwell driving another one of the long tails. So the same car, different livery, and the same last name. It all gets very confusing after a while.
Very evenly paced drivers as well. These guys will be swapping corners the whole time.
Oh, almost certainly. Almost certainly. And then the only person in the Porsche, it is, of course, Cameron, or Overhead Cam, as you may know him, in his lovely custom livery, which is so cool. I feel it is important to just, as we say, just have a look at it. And also, Marshall on the back.
Look at that.
That's the most important thing. The coolest cat.
Viewers will notice he's the only person in this Porsche because he's the only driver that is stupid enough to drive this thing, which has been labelled as borderline undrivable by the rest of the field. So very interesting choice from Cam here.
And then we obviously have Bert in the Skyline R32. It's a very simple livery. It's a very simple one. I don't think we've got the most important one of the Nissans here this evening, although it might be. I'm not sure if I've seen Beans. I have seen Beans. He's gone full Beans again, thank God. But there we go. That is Bert.
Is he back to full Beans?
He has gone, I think, full Beans. And then I embarrassed myself because I thought the OF was OnlyFans because I am an old man.
No, it's Odd Future, Tim. Come on.
Oh, give me a break. I'm
your age here,
I'm in my mid-30s. I drive a Bedford.
Can you tell me who that is on the back there? Can you tell me who that is?
I can. That is Tyler, the Creator.
Yes, it is, Tim. Beautiful.
See,
Tyler Trek does not have an OnlyFans.
I mean, if he did, I'm sure lots and lots of people would be very keen for it. Let's be honest. Right, moving back one down. This is the Lost Mary mobile, essentially.
Oh my lord above.
Yes, it's such a tasteful livery. I mean, it's beautiful. A bit of a modern take on the traditional tobacco liveries, so we can't mock it too much. Further back again, we have another one of the Toyota Supras, the lovely classic Canon.
Bit more traditional.
Livery. Yes, and then as far away from tradition as you could possibly go.
Oh no!
Is Archie. I just refer to this car as the cursed one because it is unbelievably.
I think the less said about this one, the better. Really, it speaks for itself. It is a glass and a half full of pure insanity.
Yes, it is truly gross, and the fact that it's on my screen hurts my eyes. But right, continuing down a little bit further, we've got the Zero Fighter NSX, which is such a cool looking car. This thing is fantastic.
I'm excited to see this one on track.
Sure. It's doing really well, to be fair, the NSXs. They've been quite a decent platform to be racing. Then we have... Oh, this is new. This is all new. JDM Stash, he's gone full Grinch. He has gone full Grinch. So it's certainly something. We'll say that anyway. Right. And then we've got full beans. Everybody complained last time that the beans were not beanie enough. And to be fair, I think this is still a modified beans livery. This still looks slightly more high-res than the original beans livery. So I'm pleased with this, as he's just about to start one of his opening laps for qualifying. So he's just come thundering off that final corner.
That thing looks good in anger, doesn't it? Oh, Lord.
And then, the flex tape. The delicious flex tape.
That's a lot of damage. I'm sure it'll be supplying a lot of damage to the rest of the field in this thing.
But you know, you can patch it up with flex tape. Any damage can be patched. Everything can be. Right. Then we have a classic Marlboro NSX GT500 driven by Shitbox.
What a car!
Yeah. Oh wait. Yeah. This is Shitbox. Yeah. There's Shitbox and Shitfire.
Shitbox is actually his birth name. He was christened Shitbox.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, judging by all of these things. So I would not be surprised in the slightest. No. And then rounding out the field there is Bladen in his elf camel liveried NSX.
Wonderful.
It's another lovely car, and all of them are running as much aero as possible this evening.
Lots of aero today. Yes, lots of aero today.
Right, let's see if we can jump inside this one. It's not a broken car, thank goodness. Right, turn one, long right-hander, then swinging it in very quickly to the left-hander, flying up the hill towards turn three. This is almost a double apex here, so you've got this over 90 turn into another one with massive sausage curbs on the left, then the right. Then absolutely flat out up the hill, again into a double. Oh, big slide, the commentator's curse came into effect there. Oh, and Westy is well off. Right, let's see if we can grab one of the others. Who are we on board with?
Downforced until he unsettled himself on that curb there.
I think it was all our hot breath getting under his I reckon in that one. Right, so continuing on now, we're now on board with this is Luke. I'm pretty sure one of the Carnwells. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Luke Carnwell. So now coming in again, another nice left-hander. The curbs here are super aggressive.
Very aggressive, yeah.
I'm going to come out and say I think Cameron might struggle a little bit this evening because that car isn't exactly the stickiest, is it?
Yes, Cameron was adding lots of downforce at the pre-race just to get around these corners. You can see how much it's using the downforce. These things have to be on rails around this track.
There, from the outside view, it looked like quite a thin circuit, but now we're here, sort of inside the car. Essentially, we're looking through the eyes of a Carnwell. We're nestled just behind his retinas, but looking forward. It doesn't look quite as thin as it did before, but still,
they have a fair bit of fighting room.
I think
here's going to be interesting.
I've just noticed, because obviously this is a mod. They've modified the track. I've just noticed some of the banners on the sides that they're not the standard banners. I've just seen. I've just seen a, pretty sure it is it David Williams? I've just seen him at the side of the circuit.
Oh,
so.
I did notice David Williams on the side of the car that we won't talk about, so I think there might be some...
one. It's the same image, but it's just on a massive billboard.
Because what did we need than more of that?
I mean, yeah, it's nothing like sort of obscure late 90s, early 2000s supposed
No.
casual racism is what it was all
Yeah,
about.
absolutely.
But
That is,
it's fine because everyone here is just happy to be here. No one is upset by it.
absolutely.
It's all kosher within the group. It's all
Yes.
fine. I've just noticed, look here, the OHC Winter
Wow,
Championship
yes.
all across the board. Someone's got a serious effort here. I am very impressed. Look, then there's a big OHC in the background. I think there's some other
Oh,
bits and
yes,
pieces
yes,
as
there
well.
is. Yeah.
God, there's
Wow.
and then an AYA as well, or IAP. So at the
But yeah,
moment,
you saying about going through the eyes of the Carnwell, I really think this is an interesting pair of eyes to be going through, because this is a man who's got his eyes on the target here. That is Cameron.
yeah, I mean, and look at that time. At the moment, he's set a 1:17.9. The quickest so far
Wow.
around him was a 1:18. So we're talking best part of half a second, if not more, quicker than his next rival. The only driver to break into the sub-18s. Although there we go, Westy has just taken it away from him. So obviously recovered
as well.
That's a big old jump. That is
exactly 3/10 from Westy there. That's really impressive.
To be fair, amazing to be able to get the numbers that absolutely perfect. Like,
Yeah.
it always surprises me in certain ways when people manage to set laps absolutely spot on to each other, or
it's
that
incredible.
close. Right, let's have a bit of a look down. We've had a look at the really, really fast boys. Let's go and have a look a little bit further down it. Oh, that's not the right car.
That's the slowest guy on the grid, I'll tell you that much.
Whoa, don't you dare. It's the quickest one to get any woman into the... or any man, just anything. Just if it sees...
any man, creature, animal.
Exactly. Fauna or fauna, doesn't matter. It will be there. Right. So this is... I should know. My brain is broken. I've forgotten which one of the cars is. This is Bladen. Currently with a 121 at the moment. Struggling a little bit in qualifying at the moment. Still just shy of 9.5 minutes of qualifying left to go. So we'll have to wait and see if he can get this NSX to come alive a little bit better. Pretty sure we've just seen someone go off. No, it's someone in the pits. That's fine. The audio is always so strange on this game. It really does seem to choose where it wants to get audio from very randomly. It never really gives you the audio of the car you're looking at. And I'm not going to go on board the NSX because I know it's broken and it just doesn't like going on board. Pretty sure when you go on board, you just end up somewhere mid inside the polygons. And it's just...
We don't want to be there. We don't want to be there.
It's just a big grey mess. Which
I'm surprised by these NSXs. They've got so much downforce and they seem to be struggling on this track.
Yeah, I'm slightly surprised by that as well. I just noticed we've got a Nissan that's not doing as well either. And I think that is the Beans Nissan. So Bladen's 121. So the Beans Nissan is also, that was a big old slide then we just had from Bladen. So let's try and find Beans. Where is Beans? Because it's the fan favourite. There it is. Loads of Beans. Heinz Racing. Oh, maybe that's why he's struggling a little bit.
Very out of shape.
That was particularly skittish. There's some slightly obscure carb movements going on in the background as well. So not entirely sure what's going on there. But, you would think with an intercooler filled with beans, this would be absolutely the fastest vehicle out there. But at the moment, it's actually... Oh, dear. And another mistake there. You know what? We're going to move away. Let's
move away from beans.
Let's not besmirch the beans. Let's have a look. This is JDM Stash. He is currently running in 10th place with a 119. But in the incredibly green Grinch car.
I do quite like that green from far away. Before you can tell it's a Grinch, it's quite a stunning livery.
It does look quite cool, doesn't it? You sort of you look at it and you're like, is it like snake skin or dragon?
Yeah.
It reminds...
I'm appreciating the hat as well. It's
very good use of an air intake there to make it so you have a hat. It's that's very good engineering, I think.
Absolutely, yes.
It definitely reminds me of the... Again, this is just because I'm an absolute GT3 nerd. The man filter Mercedes. It looks like it so much from a distance, because that again is it's got the big snake scales and the snake face on it. And at first I was like, oh, it's just like a slightly off-color man filter livery. No, it's not.
Yes,
but it is glorious. Just trying to see it in the chat as well. Shout out to Bladen for all the graphics. Oh, it was Bladen. There we go. So he spent so long putting all these things together, and yeah, it's pretty insane that all the custom stuff. You know, again, look, another quick shout out there to Driven as well. So yeah, some pretty cool stuff. Just over 6 minutes of qualifying left, and just here, and we're kind of letting people set some laps, and we're having a bit of a run through. Give us a bit of a rundown of how people might recognise your name, your voice, Charlie.
Oh, well, I just sit at the side of the road and yell at cars most of the time. With my partner and co-host Keisha, we do a podcast about cars, but we do it at the side of the roads because we're insane people and we don't like the comfort and security of being indoors. So if you recognise me from there, I am very sorry. And if you don't recognise me, don't look me up, please. It's best you just steer clear.
No, the clips I've seen have always been very good. It always makes me chuckle
it's
when
good fun.
There's lots of tasteful things going past, and then you always get someone, usually with an ST badge, coming past, absolutely flat out popping and banging.
Brilliant! So yes,
it does always make me chuckle. It's just like, yes, the stereotype is real.
Yes, we've had lots of PDs come past with lots of smoke out the back. I had a PD 130 make me lose a game of Jenga once, which wasn't great. And it's been a learning curve for our cameraman who needs to learn who's been learning that sometimes we're talking about the Fiat Panda even though there's a Ferrari in front of it. It's a difficult job for him. We're into the weird and wacky cars.
I mean, I think old school stuff is probably where it's at. I drive a 1990s Bedford Midi, so you know.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
are they the cab over ones? The proper like. Oh yes, I love a Bedford
there
Midi.
there was one that was online that got quite a lot of traction that had air ride and it was grey, and it was very very cool. Mine is the polar opposite. I've gone for tyres that pretty much scrub the arches constantly, great big off-road tyres on it, because I live in the sticks and they were free. So I was like, hey, let's put bigger tyres on this thing. And it's generally about 1,000 different colours of rust and white at the moment. But, you know, it's all good. We love it. It's the same year as me, so it's a vintage at this point. Yes. But, yeah, so you're in safe... Don't worry, you're in safe hands here. A lot of us are into our old school stuff.
Well, I drive an 87 MR2. Keisha's got a 1990s Mark II MR2. And we're after something similar from a Bedford Midi with like a... Mitsubishi Delica, the L300.
Yes, very nice.
L400, sorry. Yes, we love that. Yeah.
That would be a very nice... I would say I love my Bedford Midi, but every time someone says to me, what's it like owning a Bedford Midi? I spend a lot of time on Google trying to work out what I might be able to fit to it, because no one makes parts for it anymore. Or I spend a significant amount of time usually sort of in the workshop making bits to fit it, because that tends to be the way it is. When the carb died, no one makes a carb for it anymore, and I was like, okay, wonderful. So it now runs a carb off a Mark II Golf GTI, and I had to make my own mounting plate and everything for it, which was fine until I realised the carb sits so high I couldn't bolt the panel down that my seat attaches to. So yes, that was fun. That was fun.
You're doing the Lord's work, keeping a car like that on the road. That's what we need.
Just about. It's just about on the road. Mechanically, it is sound. Visually, especially at the moment, because I have a 3-year-old child, and that was a big kick out. Good save, to be fair. Mechanically sound. Visually looks ridiculous.
That's what we need.
But that's what it's all about. And it's currently covered in lights and tinsel at the moment, and a Christmas tree on the roof, because I have a 3-year-old and I kind of wanted to make him smile. And mostly, it's just turned in for me now. This is the joy of having camper electrics, is I can just plug in all the Christmas tree lights and then just leave it on, and then just leave it parked somewhere with everything going off like a techno zone. So, it's a good chuckle. We probably ought to get back to a little bit of racing at some point.
This F40 is ringing the hell out of it. This is such impressive driving from this guy.
This is Shitfire. So he is... Whereabouts in the championship is he? I'm going to pull this information up. I realise I may have just accidentally put a load of stuff on screen. Shitfire isn't actually called Shitfire in real life, is he? So that makes it so much easier to work out who he is. I don't know what Shitfire's name is. What is Shitfire's real name? I've only ever known him as Shit. I've only ever known him as Shitfire.
Have they not got their screen names as the championship lead? That seems like a very big over.
No, not at all. There is some livery stuff. Oh, actually, that's a good point. So we will go off the option of... What would we say this is?
This is the OF.
Yeah.
In what sense?
There
This
is
is
a...
OF.
Because I have Ava, Harrods, Mild 7, Flognor. It's not going to be
Flognor, yeah, Flognor.
It is
Yeah, no,
Flognor,
it's
right.
Flognor. Yeah,
See, there we go. And again, this is information that I just do not know. Come on, explain Flognor to me while you've got a minute.
So, okay, so Odd Future Wolfgang Kill Them All is the full name that OF stands for. And then if you take Wolfgang and you swap the letters around, it becomes Golfwang. And then if you swap that again, it becomes Flognor, which is the name of the carnival that Tyler, the creator, hosts every year.
I am far too old.
It's as simple as that, Tim. Come on.
I mean, so simple. Yeah, I mean, completely fine. Completely obvious and simple. But yeah, Shitfire doing pretty well at the moment. 1:18.5 is his current best lap. He's still out there trying to find more time. It's only Luke, Carnwell, and Westy that have managed to get into the sub-18s.
Are so close together. That's incredible.
To be fair, Lima's not far behind either. That's fairly close. Let's get Lima up on the screen, shall we? Oh, I need to click back on it, and there's only a few seconds left of qualifying, and it's not letting me do what I want it to do. This is the thing. Every time you go away, there's not like hot buttons, so it takes a lot to get it to do what you want. Where is Lima? Where is Lima? Where is Lima? Lima. We'll find him. We will find him. I've gone the wrong way, probably. There it is.
Look at that. I think he might be sponsored by BBS. I'm not sure though.
And Lost Mary. He's got lots and lots of stocks in Lost Mary. Which, to be fair, used to be a Lost Mary guy myself, but they just run out too quickly as I am an old nicotine addicted man. So yes. I won't give a shout out to the company. Yeah, there was a big puff of dust. I think that might have been Cameron, to be fair. I think I saw the back end of a little of whiteness go along. Oh, actually, maybe it was the Ferrari. It might have been Shitfire trying to get a little bit quicker at the end.
Yeah.
But here we go. We are now at the end of qualifying. So more importantly, let's go back to the cutie bug and out the way that goes. Fantastic. Right. Grid will be forming very, very soon. Again, this is the big breath in so we can say it all in one big go. The OHC GT500 Winter Championship. This is round 5, 20-minute sprint race. Then a little brief break, and then another 20-minute sprint race. So don't go anywhere between when you get to the end of this race. It isn't that short. It's going to be another race straight away after. So just enough time to quickly go and get a drink, have a vape, maybe just, stretch it out, recompose yourself a little bit, and then get back down to your TV, phone, screen, some sort of, visual aid that you can use so you can carry on watching. But for the moment, we're just going to, from the distance, just look at those big, beautiful eyes.
Look at her. Look at her. What a creature.
It's stunning, isn't it, really? It's one of those things of this. Annoyingly, this is one of the cars that is broken. So if I try to go to the indoors cameras, if I actually press on the right thing, see? Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at, you can see her undercarriage. Oh.
Oh, wow. F1, Liberty Media, eat your heart out.
It's things like this, really, that this should be. If there was an OnlyFans for this, I would be on it.
I think we might get banned off YouTube for showing some of those angles there. We're going to have to move on quite quickly.
I didn't even think of that. That's probably quite a big mistake. That's quite a big mistake. Right. Hopefully, all the cars are going to go to where we need them to go in just a minute.
We got an interesting lineup here. We got a Carnwell sandwich. We got a Cam just outside of the top 5.
I'm quite surprised.
This very
Carnwell
interesting
909, isn't it? He's quite far down. And he has been. He is. If it's Carnwell, that is. Which one of the liveries is that? That is. Let's find him.
It would be one of the McLarens.
That's
the
Mild 7.
Carnwell, I think.
So he's 3rd in the championship at the moment. So this could possibly be quite a big drop down the order for him. Right. Cars have now gone to the grid. So let's find them.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Let's change that camera because that's that weird, horrible, floaty one. That's not the right one.
Tree cam.
That's a pretty good camera there. And we're going to stick on with our pole driver to begin with. Not the Honda Active. We want the other one. That way. There we go. No, wait. That's
There
still
we
saying
go.
Lima. That's saying Lima. I don't want Lima. I want Luke Carnwell
There's
14.
There's Carnwell.
Right. Quick one through the grid. So in pole position is Luke Carnwell 14, Westy in second place, Lima in third. For some reason it's showing me in fourth. That's definitely wrong. Twist in fifth, Shitfire in sixth, Carnwell seventh, eighth overhead cam, JDM Stash in ninth, Bert in 10th, Racing Franco 11th. The cursed one that is Archie Walmsley is in 12th. Shitbox in 13th place, Sam in 15th place, Bladen. No, sorry, 14th place is Sam. 15th is Bladen. And then we have... oh my god, I've just completely forgotten how to pronounce the name completely. 16th place. And I think that's the Camel car, isn't it? My brain is broken. Image?
16th place is Beans, no?
It is Beans. Well, that's why I couldn't remember how to pronounce the name, because we just say Beans. Beans, right.
Yes.
About 30 seconds till we get underway. This camera already making me want to throw up a little bit.
Yes.
But the camera angles aren't brilliant. And it's a bit of a long distance,
I like
but you
that
can
one.
see...
I like that one.
What, the tree?
No, to the previous camera, sidewell on Carnwell.
The only thing is you can't see very much. Right, getting ready to go racing. Lights are red when we're waiting for that green light. 20 minutes of racing starts now. It's a really, really strong start for Shitfire there, coming all the way around the outside. He's going to jump straight up to second place. But the Carnwell 14 is going for it. Bert already on the offensive as well, looking for a bit of a push. Battle's going on further back, so we will move back through the grid a little bit because it is mighty close.
Got 3 places already.
Ooh, lost one there though. He's got a grinch up his inside, and there's incidents as well.
Oh, that's one of the Carnwells.
That is one of the... yeah, that is... Oh, 909, so
no.
That is way, way off the circuit. Luckily, there's no damage here, so the car will be still running at full speed and capacity. But yeah, nothing like starting all the way from the back, which is always good. There is one driver that's still further back as well.
Shitfire's made very good progress on that first corner.
Yeah, it was a huge... The launch he had was pretty impressive. Beans as well has done a pretty good job of getting that car off the line. Obviously, I know there was that incident in front of him, but he has managed to keep himself fairly clean. We did see last time round a couple of times where people were just pushing maybe that little bit too hard and ended up dipping a tyre onto the grass. But
Carnwell all over the place at the rear there.
I wonder if maybe the wrong setup, possibly. This could be one of these cases where it's just a mistake. But Twist is now pushing to the inside. Supra versus NSX, the classic JDM battle, and then also in the background. Weirdly, I almost do almost class the F40. Sorry, the F50? F40? One of the two.
F40.
It is the F40, isn't it? My brain, again, it's been a very long week this week. It's been incredibly long. Oh, here we go. Here comes Carnwell.
Wow, look at this.
Now starting to come back. Oh, and he makes contact and crashes again.
Wow, Carnwell is collected over there.
Oh, dearie me. And I think also that the flex tape Ferrari as well got tapped, which at that point, I think it was kind of completely, out of the hands of the Camel NSX. That's the wrong car.
Absolutely.
Right, on to our leaders. And we've got Luke Carnwell 14, trying to escape Shitfire, who's doing a fairly decent job of carrying on behind him. And then just behind Mr. Shitfire, we have Bert, who is probably really pleased with being in third place. The Nissan GTR has really struggled this season so far. It's been a bit of a wily coyote.
And then behind him, we've got our championship leader, just placed. Bit of no man's land between the two here. We've got the Grinch up here with another one of the NSXs behind him. Yeah,
that is the Street Fighter NSX. We've got Westy trying to recover as well, just behind there. It has to be said that every single start, supposedly the God, I can't think of the blooming word. Supra is really bad off the line. It does not like to launch off the line. Every single race start, he hemorrhages positions and then has to fight them back and get them through. In fact, let's see
half a dozen.
See if we can get a decent spot. Not that one, not that one, not that one, not that one. Let's go for F5. Can we get the angles we want? No, that's not what we want.
Yeah.
There it is.
There
Looking
it is.
over the rear wing.
Oh,
Lovely. Looking over the rear wing of the NSX. Westy just...
Oh, wow. Wow, wow.
To
Westy's
the
got
corner
so
in
much
speed.
grip on corner entry.
That was fairly
That's
insane.
such a shame. He lost so many on that first lap, and he's got all to recover.
It does look like, though, that the NSX then seems to have the legs. Big dive up the inside and gets it done. That was
quick, man.
That was confident. That was a big confident dive. That was very much a case of I am going to come through and try and take this space. There was no arguing there. Oh, right. Battles going on behind. Whoa, sorry, everybody at home for the quick scrolling through. It makes everything flash.
Oh, we've got the two worst liveries on the grid fighting out for position here.
What do you mean, the worst liveries on the grid?
I'm sorry, the best liveries, Tim. My mistake.
Yeah, you know, let's get your words correct here. I'm going to try and see if we can have... Do we have... Yes, we can look over the rear wing. Is there a better over the rear wing? No, there's not. That is the one to go for. So we've got Lima, Walmsley, and then I think as well, Twist in the background of the shot as well. Another one of the Supras recovering from early in the race. With this nice little squabble going on in the mid-pack. Going wide, and one of the Supras, Lima. Big over-rotation. I don't think he's collided with anyone else, though.
He might have collected someone back there. It did look like...
I think they might have snuck through. Just.
Someone was facing the wrong way on the main straight. Someone's still stationary.
I think that's still Westy, I think. Was it Westy? No, it wasn't. It can't have been Westy. No, it wasn't Westy. It was one of the other ones. Mary. That was it. It was the Lost Mary car, which is... Lima, that's the one. There's just too many names. There's too many names. And they're not real names. It's all just a mess. It gets very hard after a while when they're not real names. Right. Can we jump back to another little battle that is going on? I say little battle. It seems to be quite hot now. This is Bert versus Overhead Cam. And in the background of the shot.
A good bit of time.
Yeah, they are going to be seriously sweating it out. Oh, mistake there from Bert. Bit deep.
Too wide. Cam's really good at putting the pressure on the following drivers. He's really... I can't believe Cam is doing so well in such a slidey car. It's really quite impressive.
See, it's not even that dominant in a straight line. Like the GTRs have been very dominant when it comes to straight line speed.
Like that's pulling away here.
But it seems to be like launching out the corners. Oh, big puff of brake smoke. Yeah.
Cam's really keeping on the pressure here. It's great.
So I think as well, Cameron is probably very much aware that if he doesn't get on and get past, he is then immediately going to have an NSX and a Supra sniffing around the back of him. So, you know, much like a dog at a dog park, sometimes you don't want someone sniffing around the back of you, and you just have to.
No, absolutely not.
You just have to go for it. We've all been there.
This is why Cam's leading the championship. He can stick it here and he can stay there, and the driver in front just knows he's not going to make any mistakes, and it's so much pressure.
Oh, big move in the background as well has just gone on.
I got another lock up here.
Yeah, I think that GTR, well, Nissan, sorry, is really starting to struggle into the braking zones, and here comes the move up the inside.
Wow, out
big
of nowhere from Cam.
Oh, a little bit of rumpy pumpy. Can they hold it together? There was some obscure curb glitching going on there. But he's lost the position.
He's still there.
And there he goes. Through comes Bert. Fair play. That was a good recovery. And now they are very much at risk of being overtaken by Westy. And Westy already looking to the inside. What's quicker in a straight line?
Here.
I think. Oh, he's just
GTR
about
seems to have
holding
the pace still. Yeah,
the GTR in a straight line.
On the straight.
This GTR always reminds me of that famous. There's the clip of the GTR at Bathurst, where it's lap 1 and it just absolutely annihilates away from everybody else. Like it's up, it's in like a mixed class race. Oh, big moment there for Cameron. Managed to hold on to it, but that car was very much squirreling around like mad in the background. Westy now looking to take advantage. Yeah, I say Westy, we saw him last lap, was able to make big moves here, but also Cameron very, very good on the brakes. It's really going to be a case of who is bravest. Westy looks to the inside. Can he get it done? He can't outbrake the Porsche, but the Porsche goes very deep and slides. Holds the slide. The Tokyo Drift music suddenly immediately was playing in my head.
See, this is fantastic work from Bert. He's kept really cool, and he's just let Cam slip into the mouth of Westy there, who's just took him on the outside.
I think Bert will be very pleased with sort of how this race is going so far. It's a case of this is his best race so far, 3rd place. I think this will be his first podium finish, so he'll be very happy if he can get it. Let's see if we can have onboard shots of this car. No, they're all a bit broken. Oh,
wow.
Hello, the Bert crotch
Hello,
shot. I do hear there are quite a lot of people in the world that would like to see a Bert genuine crotch shot. So, you know, there you go. That's your tease, ladies and gentlemen. You got to have just a little bit of his
Maybe on the podium, huh? Maybe on the podium.
Ooh,
we'll get it out for
you
us.
never know. We could try. We could definitely try.
Westy, I'll tell you what, Westy's on. Westy's right on him. Wow, look at this. They're sharing the track around the corner. This is incredible work from the pair of them. See, that GTR just has the pace on the straights.
It is insane how it just manages to like hook up and just get going again, doesn't it? But it's under braking. It's here. It's when it's going to have the issues.
He's locking up a lot, and then Westy really does have the pace on corner exit. Look at that. Trailer on the left-hand side. He's going to come on the inside. He's going to keep the outside here. Oh, this is fantastic racing from both of them. Bit sideways there from Bert. All Cam's catching back up again. See, as soon as either of these are squabbling, the pack just packs right back up again. This is fantastic to watch.
This is always the thing, isn't it? As soon as you start going in any way defensive, then you end up being in real trouble.
Yes.
I'm just trying to say. People saying about the shot that we've all been asking. It's like, buy them from me. I will, maybe not. Maybe not. I do feel like there's lots of nice battles going on, but we have neglected one very important thing so far this race. And that is Beans. We haven't seen much of Beans. Running in 12th place at the moment. Currently chasing after the back of Lima, who had that big spin earlier on. So, obviously, the Beansmobile maybe not feeling quite as well planted as the as Bert's Nissan.
These GTRs can't stop without locking the brakes.
All through the gravel. You don't want to get dirt in your beans. No one likes a gritty bean. Trying to see if we go on board this car. Ah, look, it's even got a big tin of beans. Even the wiper ups have got beans on them.
Oh my.
Oh goodness, beans. There it is. Oh
Beans.
yeah.
Look at that.
And look, 415 grams of beans.
Wow.
Just what we all needed, and a bean seat.
I think that's to get him right on the weight limit for this class, I think.
Yeah, to be fair, that is the way. It does seem to be struggling a little bit. I feel bad for jumping on while the driver is having a bit of a struggle. But we had to see the beans. Maybe that's the issue. His seat is made of just a large collection of beans. And so it's kind of like slopping around inside the car. That might be the problem for him. Right, so Lima continuing to push on after his incident earlier on. He obviously stayed off the circuit to make sure he didn't cause any incidents. Then we have, in position 11, we have Sam in the flex tape Ferrari.
I think Westy and Bert might be trading positions again. I think we've got a big tussle going on over there. Here we go. Hello.
It's going to be hot.
Oh, wow. Bert just has enough pace to keep the outside line, but oh, look at that.
Very nicely done.
Westy's in front. Can he keep it there?
Well, Westy, and I think actually Bert's about to lose another position.
Yours of Cam comes up the inside. He's going to have the better position for the next corner. He rides the curb. He's got it. I think these guys might be breaking away now unless Bert can really make a nuisance of it.
I think it's going to be this back straight. There might be a slight chance that Bert will be able to catch back up with Cameron, but I don't think he's going to be able to.
Gone wide, but so's Bert. Wow, look at this.
I'm always amazed. I'm trying to break the toe so there isn't quite such an easy step for him. But it hasn't been enough. He hasn't been able to catch up. And I think if he hasn't caught him there, then Bert is going to struggle unless he can really put something out the bag. Yeah, I think it's definitely one of those cases of... Say again, mate?
No, you don't want Cam in fresh air. He's gonna pull away. He's gonna give Westy some trouble. I think Bert's gonna fall back into the NSXs here.
Yeah, so the Grinch is definitely coming to steal Bert's Christmas. I think that he really is catching up quite quickly. To be fair, like
wow, yes,
suddenly out of nowhere, like it seemed like that battle wasn't really that much, but the NSX is going quite nicely this evening. But look at the different lines these drivers are having to take. Sort of the NSXs are taking quite a wide first apex and almost turning sort of turn one into just one long sweeping bend, whereas the GTR, or the R32, is really having to sort of, you know, cut for the apex at the beginning, then go super wide, and then back in again to try and maximize straight line speed. But it's really, really giving people opportunities to throw themselves up the inside mid-corner. If you've got the aero, you can get yourself there and then immediately find yourself stuck on the outside, and you can't cut back across, and you end up losing loads and loads of your speed. So, yeah, but having a little bit of a moment at the minute. So let's see. There is a battle going on. I can't work out who it is. This one.
Oh,
it is, of course.
It's got Lima.
Yeah. Flex tape and Lima. Oh, flex taken. God. I'm going to come out and say it. I am usually much more professional than this, but this isn't what this is all about at all. This is about having a good time. So, big mistakes there from both drivers. The F40 getting very, very squirrely there. And also, I think Lima, luckily for the flex tape Ferrari, had made a little bit of a mistake earlier. And was sort of dropped back, but that's closed them right back up again. That sort of mid-pack battle it's kind of brewing, but this is definitely the two closest cars on circuit. Lima trying to go around the outside, then get switched back. Is he going to be able to do anything here? I'm not entirely sure. Bit of a quick random one for you. We're on lap 12 of 15. When you're doing your podcast, and you're obviously there, and you obviously do a significantly large amount of talking, you know, similar to as we are now. Do you ever get the point where your throat is just starting to get burnt out? Big move to the inside, and there's a touch between the two of them, and another one.
Oh no!
It's all friends here, ladies and gentlemen. All friends here. That was consensual touching. There was nothing that can be. Nothing was liable. Nothing could be used in court. Oh, flashback through. Oh, NSX in the background getting very squirrely. Goodness gracious, that is the Zero fighter car versus Twist.
Look at that.
So that was proper stuff. So we're going to go back to the question again. Do you find that you get throat burnout, and how do you deal with it?
I don't typically get throat burnout. The only time I have done is where we hosted the quiz at Cafe and the Machine, and there was a lot of yelling and a lot of microphone use, and that did take a couple of days to recover from. But luckily, so far, we've managed to avoid any real damage to the vocal cords just yet.
It's fair enough. It's
I'm still young and peppy, Tim. I've still got a few years left in me.
This is where I'm old. This is the issue I have, because I've done two 90-minute races Monday and Tuesday evening, plus pre-stuff, like all the qualifying before it and post-race interviews, and all the way through the second stream on the Tuesday, I've just been raw dogging honey. Just spoon.
Okay, she does it. Yeah,
amazing for
honey
sorting
and
out.
Tea. Honey and green tea. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not sure about the green tea bit, but I just literally
Look at this.
It's close all the way around the outside. He's managed to hold on to it though, hasn't he? I think this is now a case where we're going to start to see. I do see what people are saying about the fact that the front end grip on that Toyota Supra does seem to be borderline insane. It absolutely sticks. Just no understeer whatsoever. It really seems to stick. There's a little bit of oversteer. Oh, we got a car that's rotated on the circuit.
Someone's off.
Who was that?
What's there?
Let's see if we can
catch. That wasn't Shitfire, was it?
No, it's the cursed one. It is Archie.
Oh no.
I imagine what probably happened was he was racing along, saw his own livery face of Matt Lucas on the side, and suddenly got confused as to where he was actually driving, and was like, "Hang on, my car's over there." Yeah.
That's the side of my car. Why am I facing this way?
And then that's how it all goes wrong. Oh, and we saw the cutie for just a little brief moment there. And again, they're back on with beans. I'm trying to find where the battle is. Annoyingly, you have to literally scroll through car by car. So this is the fourth place battle. Cameron really has not been able to hold on to Westy. Westy is absolutely...
Where's Westy?
Westy is all the way up here. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that is the Ferrari of Shitfire.
Shitfire. That's incredible.
He's only got this lap and one more to do it, though. He's got a seriously long way to go. He is closing the gap, significantly closing the gap. But I think, I don't know, looking at it now, look at that shitfire going offline, already going defensive. He knows that Westy is going to be super, super pushing to try and get onto the brakes and try and get it done. Let's see if we can get a nice dash image. That's not there. Oh, that's quite cool.
Ooh.
But look,
There's
not
a lot
much
to lose with shitfire here.
And the gap has closed down so quickly. I think we're going to move this lap.
Speed.
This is the final lap as well, isn't it? So it's going to be a case. Although I have just noticed it's got the wrong track map on the steering wheel. So they're definitely
taking shortcuts.
Yeah, I mean, you know, just doing his own thing. Big slide from shitfire in front there. Big load of opposite lock, and he's going to be struggling to do it here. What can the Ferrari do in a straight line? Good old Italian performance, making it able to break away ever so slightly. But we're going to have to sort of see what he can do. Westy desperate to try and get that second place spot. At the moment, the Ferrari holding on to it. But I think around that final corner, that is where the biggest problems might be coming for the Ferrari. I've just turned the exposure down. That's not what we wanted to do at all. We wanted this one here. Wanted to move to shitfire. This is it. This is the moment where he really needs to try and make it work. Westy trying to go around the outside.
Around
what
the
can
outside.
he do? Big stretch down the line.
Oh.
I just can't see it happening on sheer pace.
I think Shitfire's got this here.
Cameron going to be. I just noticed we missed Luke Carnwell coming across the line in first place. Quick shout out there. And then close behind as well, Bert has managed to hold on to his position over the Grinch. No stealing.
From Bert there.
Yeah, to be fair, to keep that car going. And possibly the biggest upset of the entire race is Carnwell 909, who is way down the order. Nobody expected that car to be so far down the order. And
it was a surprise seeing him as low as 6th, really. I can't believe he's at the back of the grid here.
I'm confused. It's showing... Oh, I think actually he might have been down a lap. Because he crossed the line, but then we've also got these guys have just come across the line. So whether or not it's just a case of... or is this still final lap? Have we made a whoopsie? I think we've made a whoopsie. It's still saying final lap.
I don't think the drivers are sure either.
No, it's all a bit strange.
Yeah, I don't think the drivers are even
it's
sure.
definitely over.
It's got to be finished.
Yeah, it's definitely over because we got big...
Yeah, look at that from Cam.
Oh, he binned it.
Oh,
as soon as we cut to him, he biffed it. So typically, that's always how it tends to go. We'll stick with him for a bit. Just a little bit longer.
Are we sure that was the final lap? Because the positions are still changing.
I'll be honest at this point. I have no idea anymore. It's just... You know what? There's only one thing that can solve this.
We're into the pits.
There's people in the pits. My dog is currently trying to attack me. Leave me alone. Beans. There we go. Beans is what we needed. Beans solves all. Apologies if there's weird noises coming through the mic.
Beans
I currently have
forward.
a ginormous Labrador trying to give me a sock, which I do not want, and I don't want you to have that either. Give it. Give me the sock. Give. No. That's... Oh, that's not mine. You have it back. It's fine. It's not mine. It's my wife's sock. She can have it. Right. Go away. Go lie down. Sorry, everyone at home. I should have muted my mic, but I thought it'd be much quicker to get rid of the dog than it was. Right. Just a few minutes and then we're going to be starting the second race. Another 20-minute race, same circuit. So there was qualifying for this first race. Second race is a reverse grid. So could be massively in Carnwell's favour. To try and gain some positions here. That Carnwell 909, not Carnwell 14.
I'm back.
So it could all be a little bit wobbly and go. But yes, we should be back in racing very soon. So during the little downtime between races, I feel like it is pretty important to quickly, we will just go to over to here, make sure the media is off. So, and we can get rid of that as well. God, this has just been what can only be described on my end as an absolute amateur job this evening. It has not been good on my end. It's just been a bit of a mess. So this is
what everyone was expecting. We're all fine. We're not upsetting. We've not disappointed anybody, Tim.
No, I think people have just come to know that this is just a good place to come and have a good old chuckle at some decent racing.
Absolutely.
And there's a quick dog update. My dog is now currently trying to get through a baby gate that is closed, even though there is an open door just 1 foot to the
Awesome.
side of it. But she's trying to get through a gate. You know, logic of a giant Labrador. Right.
Absolutely. Yes.
So, quick shout out to our sponsors this evening, obviously, and that is the Driven Show. You can find them everywhere you find podcasts. They are on Instagram as well. Really good stuff. They have some really good sort of, especially they've had a lot of classic car and retro car related discussions recently. It's pretty interesting stuff, whether it be on your drive to work or you're just feeling like I'm sat in the bath, I want something nice and calm to listen to. It's a good old chat to listen to be fair. They've also got their new podcast as well they've been introducing, which is called Everything Wrong with Motorsport, which you've been displayed here this evening. I haven't had a chance to listen to that one yet, but I will be because I am a bit of a motorsport nut myself. So that is the sponsor, but we then also are joined by Waymo, and obviously, if you know his voice already, or you know what I'm saying when I say Waymo, you already know where to find it all. But if not, where can we find you?
Oh, where can we find me? Well, everywhere. The internet, waymo.uk on pretty much everything. I don't think YouTube has a dot because YouTube wouldn't let me have a dot. But yeah, you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all the good places.
Happy days. And obviously, you are joining me in the booth this evening, which has been very nice indeed to have some.
I'm having a whale of a time, Tim.
Having a second voice. You can come back anytime. There's no schedule to this
Absolutely.
whatsoever either. It's usually just
It's
a case
chaos.
of who is available and when are they available. I think realistically, I think because I'm the only one that can stream it all for them at the moment, I think
Yes.
I'm the only person that really gets any kind of say. If everyone else can do it but I can't, I think Cameron's very much on my side of no, we need Tim.
Yes, I was told that when I arrived. I said Tim's not here, and he said, "Well, we're not starting." Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a very busy day. And then, yeah, my wife is at a Christmas do, so I had to put my child to bed on my own. And yes, you can only imagine what it is like trying to wrestle a 3-year-old child into
Yes.
pajamas that is just screaming, "I want my mum." And I'm like, okay, cool, cool. But yeah, we should be up and running and racing again very soon. So we cut away just so everyone could see this lovely load of imagery. But that was race 5 of the series. Race 6 is coming up very, very soon. And that is obviously a reverse grid for the results from the first race. So even though it was a bit confusing at the end of that race as to who actually finished in pole position and in all those other positions, we can use the reverse grid to our advantage to let people know. See,
I do have the results. I did screenshot the end of the race. If you would like me to.
Yes, give us a shout. Give us a shout through. Hello. Oh no, we've lost someone. What's happened? Ah.
Oh, I dropped out again. Hello, Tim.
There we go. You're back. That's fine. It all went quiet.
I did take a screenshot of the results. It's a Carnwell, really. It's just going to be a complete flip. We're going to have a different Carnwell at the front. It's going to be very interesting.
Do you want to give us a read through of the results quickly? Oh no, we're losing him again. I think it's when the server resets. Everything just throws a little bit of a wobbly. Oh, as we're not even looking at cars that are on the grid now. There we go. Right, we're with cars. We're there at the front. And we're looking at the Beansmobile at the moment. That's what we want. We're looking at the front one. So Carnwell 909 in pole position. Bladen in second. Beans in third. Sam in fourth. Archie in fifth. That's the cursed one. Lima in sixth. Shitbox seventh. Twist eighth. Franco Racing in ninth. Sorry, Racing Franco, wrong way around. Ninth. JDM Stash 10th. Burt 11th. Overhead Cam 12th. Westy 13th. Shitfire 14th. And Luke Carnwell in 15th. And obviously, if you flip it on its head, that was the results from the first race. Apologies that we didn't end up having you read them out, but we kept having some weird connection issues there.
Yeah, I'm apologies
to do with the server, so I'm not entirely sure.
Oh no, it's all me. It's all Sky Internet. It's all me.
Oh, you're really giving them a good shout out.
Yeah, big up Sky Internet.
I'm still with TalkTalk, and I refuse to go away from them just because it just seems to work. It's not the fastest. Yes. It does what I need it to.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, I can. Don't fix it. Yeah, I can do 1080p and well, I've done 4K a few times, like 4K at 60 frames, and I can then do a 1080 at another 60 frames on Discord, and it doesn't seem to break. Don't know what my wife's like when she's trying to watch something else, because I've definitely made it so my PC gets all the internet. Everything funnels through here first. But we are waiting for the start of this second race now. And right, lights are finally starting to go red. We are about to get the second round of the day underway. Another 20-minute sprint. Lights are green. Excellent start for Beans.
Oh, Beans, look at this from Beans straight down the middle.
Beans is going to take pole position straight away.
Inside, they've touched. Wow.
Carnwell is already having a bit of a squabble in the background, though, isn't he? He's not going to be wanting this. He's going to be thinking to himself, hang on a second. I lost the first race with Rumpy Pumpy, but he is taking it back. But the main thing for everyone at home... Carnwell going all over the place. He's going to be off the racing line and trying to get it going. He somehow managed to go curse in front of him. Beans goes round. Every single car has gone everywhere. Oh, goodness gracious.
We're all facing forward again now. Wow, what a mix-up there. I think...
Call out the safety. Wow. Call out the safety.
Get the Acti out there.
Yeah.
That's such a shame from Beans. Wow, what a start. What a failure there. That's such a shame to see.
It was all going so well for Beans, and then suddenly it all went very Pete Tong very quickly. Luke Carnwell 909 is having an absolute race of a lifetime now, though. He has managed to get himself away.
Insane start from Cam, up in 5th already.
It has been very good. Bert probably pretty pleased with this as well. Now finds himself in 3rd place, so he'll be pretty happy with that. He's got lots of cars squabbling behind.
Oh, wow,
they're going to be 3 wide. Oh, bit of a run. God, that was a slamming of the door. Stop showing me the
championship leaders there.
The cameras keep always showing me.
Lock up from Bert.
Oh, right, Carnwell getting slidey.
Wow.
That mild 7, the long tail, looking very, very skittish at the moment. Obviously, as we were saying, there is no damage on these cars. No. We're not running sim damage. But that car definitely...
all sorts of pressure on Bert.
Oh, and Beans is off as well.
Oh, no.
Someone spilt the beans. Someone has spilt the beans.
Beans spilt the beans. Look at this.
This is the kind of shot that... Oh, Westy's gone on.
No!
Big spin for Westy. And after a good race one.
Oh, what a shame.
Again, there you can see... We saw how quickly he can climb up through the order. But he started from the front of the grid last time and dropped back on the poor start. But obviously starting near the back of the grid this time. Big slide from Cameron. Huge slide. He managed to hold it. But there we go. You can see that long tail... GTR sneaking up the behind, or the F1 GTR. There's millions of different ways you could probably describe it, but I'll say the long tail rather than GTR, because otherwise I sound like I'm talking about Bert. But some are managing to hold it, but just look at the variation in cars. These are all technically able to race in the same class, and I think Cam nearly outbraked himself then. Bert goes through on the Flex State Ferrari, trying to fight back to the inside, can't quite do it, and through goes Cameron as well. Big advantage taken there. And he might even be able to take another car before they get to the chicane. Not sure. They're going to be side by side. Oh, Carnwell getting a bit of rough and tumble, but managing to hold on to it. Oh my God. Voice is already going. You can hear it. You can hear the graveliness coming through. It's not sexy like when some people get gravelly voices. It just sounds like I need to cough, but it doesn't help. Oh, goodness. So, battle's continuing on. We now have...
Bert doing work today. This is incredible work here. Look at this. Oh, no.
A little bit of rubbing. And I think we've got some shared liveries.
Oh, we've got a big off in the background there. We've got a couple cars tangled.
Oh, that is... so we had...
Fire, Grinch.
And there was one of the other ones as well, wasn't there? Which one was that? It was Bladen as well. Westy still recovering from his earlier incident. But that is not what Shitfire would have wanted. After the really good result in race 1, he would have been hoping for another really strong finish again. But hasn't quite worked. Oh, there you go. Battle going on up in front. We've got Twist looking to the inside of the Flex Tape Ferrari. Can he do it? He's pushing hard, but he hasn't been able to. The Ferrari does seem to be a lot quicker off the corners than the than the Supra. It seems to be definitely a case of, oh, but not going to be quick there. Big slide.
Wow.
Oh, but he
Big
collects
slide. Oh, and they touch. Oh,
That's
they're
a
taking each
big,
other out.
that's a big old whoopsie. They're going to be trying to rejoin as quickly as possible. But here comes Beans,
Ooh,
and they're blocking the
careful
circuit.
here. Oh, Beans is good save from Beans, but Shitfire's going to take advantage of it. Westy's getting hot here too.
How on earth? How on earth they made it through there? I think it's lucky that
can't
Beans
believe.
doesn't run that much sort of a low front end as he just managed to bounce his way over the curbs. But it has meant that Beans has recovered quite a bit now. So Beans probably quite happy with this. He now finds himself in 10th position overall, but goes very deep.
Oh, he's gone super deep.
Don't get dirt in your beans. No one wants a dirty
No,
bean.
He's got some dirty beans out.
Quick glance at the cursed one. It feels like we just have to at least put it on the stream once or twice.
Moving swiftly on.
Moving on. Here we go. Nice bow here.
Oh, look at this! Carnwell's making easy work of that. Doesn't even break a sweat. But Cam's going to keep it on the inside. Oh, wow, look at this. Extra tidy from Cam here. You're used to a lot more slip angle, but he's keeping it nice and straight for now. Oh, he knows how to put the pressure on. Carmel's gone wide. He's on the grass. Oh, perfect execution from Cam there. Absolutely.
Yeah, applying the pressure in just the right place. It's quite interesting. You were saying about slip angle, and it is one of those things of trying to explain to certain people why, like, certain drivers
can't. Wide.
Oh, I think he's just about holding on to it.
Got it.
Yeah, I think he's just
Sorry,
about.
carry on, Tim.
No, it's absolutely fine. I mean, I was essentially talking about stuff that wasn't really that closely racing related, but it was talking to people about, you know, obviously like saying about different sort of, you know, disciplines of racing, who's best at what, and saying that in my opinion, I always think that like rally drivers, professional WRC rally drivers, in my mind, are the tippy top of racing.
Yes,
but
they are. Yes, absolutely.
when you see them get into a car that runs a lot of aero, let's say like a GT car, they do awfully because there's no slip angle, and we've just seen the flex take car go off as well. You know, you sort of you get into these big aero, you know, dependent cars, or even something obviously like, you know, if you really push forward to the very front, something like F1, you know, you can't drive that like a rally car. You can't slide it through. Like it's not how the car works. It just will immediately spin once you break traction. But yeah, it was I think it was Sebastian Ogier who was WRC for quite a long time. He was doing GT racing at one point, and yeah, that was one of those things of. He was really quick, but you could tell when he was then trying to find a little bit more speed, he was trying to slide the car, and it would just always go wrong. And it was just like you're saying, that slip angle that.
Absolutely.
Luckily, the Porsche's got quite a high slip angle, it would seem.
Oh, absolutely. It seems to be the only one that can do it without rotating the entire car.
That rear engine is cheating. It's got that extra traction on the rear wheels. It's all it's grip packs. That's what it is. It's all grip packs. Right, a little bit further down, we've got Shitbox versus Archie, the cursed one. So NSX versus Supra. Nice little squabble going on at the moment. This is the battle for 7th place. The grid's just sort of starting to sort of split up into their own little separate battles. Let's go back up to this front one. As it now looks like that now that Carnwell and Cameron are no longer squabbling between themselves, Carnwell is breaking away, but is going to catch up with the back of Burt. We've got a little moment going on back here as well. Racing Franco. Wow. Chased down by Lima. Big slide. Lima. Full Franco commitment from Lima.
Yeah. Lima really taking advantage of that situation there. Really nicely done.
Yeah, so it was super, super risky, but fair enough to absolutely just go for it. I'm just seeing someone putting in the chat as well. Why does everyone just smash into Bladen? I can't explain it. Can't explain it. I wish I could, but I really can't. It's just one of those things. It just happens.
They're all trying to get that Bladen crotch shot, you know.
Hang on, let's see if we can. Shall we try and get the Bladen crotch shot? What can we get? What can we do here? I know the the R32s give us. We get it? Oh, we've got. That's why he's drinking his
monster can.
I think
you got a little girl there as well. That's great.
Where was the? He does.
I don't think we got a crotch shot.
Yeah, there is no crotch shot, but there is a little anime girl. I'll admit, I am a bit of a sucker for an anime girl livery. They're fantastic. So I just can't. You can't go wrong. Oh, bit of a mistake there, and we're on the totally wrong camera to even be able to see what's going on.
Oh, that was the commentator's curse if I've ever heard one. You said they can't go wrong, and then he went wrong.
Another big slide. So it turns out the
Wow.
NSX has got quite a decent slide angle as well.
Yeah. Look at that. It's like a cursed Kevin Esther livery, isn't it?
Yeah, it is quite a lot. Hopefully he's not doing overtakes on the grass quite as much.
I don't want to see any of that.
No, I don't think we've quite got a long enough straight to do it. Oh, here we go. Here's a nice little one coming along. Shitbox versus Shitfire. The two shits working hard to get past each other. Oh, can you imagine how uncomfortable it would be if one of your shits passed your shit? Like if oh, God, that's just not even worth thinking about.
With the force of an F40.
Oh God, I'm never
I do love this is such a great picking of drivers. The little packs they fall into, they just squabble the whole race. It's so good to watch.
Yeah, I think the fact as well that the cars are slightly different as well. They all have their little strengths and weaknesses. Yes. I've gone the wrong way and twist knocking.
Those NSXs, they're so slidey.
I think it's they seem to have a decent amount of grip, but I wonder how much of it is aero dependent. So then, as soon as you break traction on those rear wheels, that is it. God. They just suddenly run out of traction, and that is just good night. Because look how far that has dropped back from what wasn't a huge incident, but he's lost.
Right.
Well, sort of a good 10 car lengths there.
I'm sorry. How? Since when did we have both the Carnwells at the front? How did that happen?
I don't know. Oh wait,
I don't know how that happened.
We saw that earlier, didn't we? Because that's obviously Carnwell 909, who's been basically leading this race the entire time.
I noticed Luke climbing because Luke started at the rear.
I think he started at the rear, but he's kept himself out of trouble while everyone else decided they wanted to play WWE wrestling. Yes. So while everyone else was, absolutely squabbling it out, kept himself clean, and then he was catching up behind Cam when he was still battling with Bert. And then I think over a few laps dispatched them. But yeah, the Carnwells kind of taking back some dominance again. I think it's going to be a bit of a Carnwell domination.
Yes,
in the championship.
This is a much more expected look of the grid right now with the two Carnwells ahead of Cam. This is much more. The last race, it was much more mixed up. This is more what I was expecting. I mean, he's doing fantastic though.
He is doing very well. Lima, I think, obviously is going to be maybe one to keep an eye on. We saw it towards the end of the last race that Bert seemed to be struggling a little bit to keep that car as good. He seems to be at a hot lap, great, but when it comes to defending, I do feel like maybe the car doesn't lend itself to the defensive lines. It's better at just staying on the absolute fast laps, but we'll have to wait and see how it happens. Lima is attempting to catch up with him. A little bit further back is Racing Franco in the NSX GT500.
A little bit of a league of his own over here, just keeping it tidy.
Yeah, he's sort of broken away from everyone else, and there's a nice gap behind him, so he really is just concentrating on setting those fast laps. Although, oh god, in the background,
he's in a brain rot sandwich. He is.
Just, oh god, it really does disturb me.
What a livery!
It's truly stunning. I'm just while we're here, let's just quickly we'll go on to the worst camera angle. That's not what I wanted. I wanted F5, and if I use F5. Then I can do such things as...
Wow.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, it's a silk... I didn't even realise it was a silk cut. Look at that.
Yeah.
I'm sure driven over the moon to be on this livery.
I think they are fully aware of what it is. But then you think, oh, offensive image right there in the middle. And then you remember... No.
Oh, wow.
Lucas did full-blown blackface. And that was fine, apparently. That was just fine.
What I can't believe, and it's the most unbelievable thing of this whole championship, is this car is not number 69.
It does seem slightly wrong, like number 69 or 420. Maybe those numbers were for that exact reason. You always sort of think that these would be the kind of people that would have those numbers, but actually, whenever I do any serious sim racing, there is always a 420 and there is always a 69. Every single time, without fail. Oh, we've had an off. We have had an off in the background. Who was that? That was... Oh, it's the Flex Tape F40.
Oh, no. A lot of damage.
Maybe a little bit of a flex tape flapped off and got stuck to something. And we've had it off in front.
Oh no!
Incidents again. Poor beans.
It's been an incident.
That's it.
Sorry.
Job done. Going home. That's it. God.
Right, we're getting into the last stages of this race now. This is very interesting.
Oh, here we go.
The question is, does Cam have anything in the pot to disturb any of those Carnwells?
I'm trying to see
does.
where he is on
West. He's right on Shipfire.
Yes, he is. I think the gap's just too far ahead. I think more Cameron is definitely in danger of being...
we've got enough. Someone's backwards.
Uh-oh, where was that to?
They're now forwards.
Okay.
I think they got away with that. They're so far away from everybody.
It was probably just one of the NSXs just going for a big stylish drift, to be honest. Let's be just that. We won't worry too much.
I wish I could see who P1 was on the map. That would be great.
Who's P1?
Yeah, if the map highlighted the lead driver, it would be fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, if I do this, then we can see who's there. We can get the names to appear if we hover over it, which...
okay, yeah. So there's Carnwell coming onto the main straight now.
Yeah, so that's him. And then the other Luke Carnwell coming on. So you can see there's a fair old distance between them. I've just noticed... Oh, you can see my mouse when I'm on here. Lovely. How ugly is that? Apologies, everyone at home. How gross. You can just see my little mouse floating around in the map.
You can see it's... Oh, no! Westy's off! Oh, a huge off for Westy there. That's such a shame.
Out of nowhere as well. That was full blown. That was... God. I'll admit, I slightly missed what happened. Luckily, it's going to be on the screen, but I was looking at the top corner at the map as opposed to the actual racing at that moment.
Fire. I think he might have clipped Shipfire.
Oh, God,
That's such a shame.
That was pretty savage.
Crash.
We're gonna have to watch that one back. I will have to try and I will be watching back that bit of the stream and probably holding my head in my hands as we're there just chatting about absolute nonsense at the time. But you know what? Sometimes that's what needs to be done. You need to have a chin wag. This little battle here at the moment is kind of settled right off. We're on lap 13 of 15.
Oh, someone's facing backwards again.
Was it? Oh, someone's come back to the pits. Because there shouldn't be two cars. Someone has returned to the pits. Who is that? Yeah, it's the Flex Tape Ferrari.
I think he might have given up.
Possibly. Yeah, I mean,
he was very far behind, and we've only got a couple laps left.
Fair enough. Might have been a case of just thought better to just call it. I'm not sure if Assetto Corsa has like auto push back to pits and stuff if you accidentally cut the corners and bits and pieces. I know the next iteration, Assetto Corsa Competizione, that has, if you let's say you go off on the inside of a corner in a wet race and you slide across and rejoin the circuit too far around the corner, it just immediately car number 12 is now driven by... Okay, that was strange. So
I think he's gone. I think
he's gone. Okay. Because it suddenly came up on my screen to say that it was now being driven by someone, but clearly not. Right, there is a battle going on, and we're not going to miss it. This one here, so this is Westy versus... No, it's not. It's Shipfire versus Twist. Has this flipped round? Have these two flipped round while we were then trying to work out what was going on?
Shipfire was ahead, because Shipfire was ahead when he collided with Westy.
Yes. So, this is why having a co-commentator is great, because while I'm blindly looking at lots of little numbers... Oh, that definitely came through on the stream, the dog there. Goodness gracious. That was
terrifying. Oh, little mess up there from Twist. Oh, I think Flex Tape has rejoined as well.
Oh, okay. Possibly. Leader is on the final lap. Right, let's actually make sure we see our leader come across the line this time. We've seen the cutie. Oh, Bert makes a mistake, but so... Oh, no! Lima spins! He's going to try and get himself going. No one else is involved in the incident, luckily.
To make an overtake there and just fumbled it.
Oh, Bert will be absolutely kicking himself for that one. That was, as you said, the perfect opportunity. Yes, Sam is back. And lapping a bit. He's lining out the way of our leaders. But yes, Carnwell 909, the leading driver at the moment. on the final lap. It's a bit of a parade lap at this point, isn't it?
Yes.
He's absolutely smashed it out the park.
Don't even need the pie of rules here. They're so spread apart here.
We get a nice... Well, you can see how far back his team...
What a gap. What a gap. That's so impressive.
Oh, there we go. That's quite a cool little camera angle.
Oh, yes.
There we go. Bladen moving over. I think he's probably realising if he lets this car go past, he doesn't need to do another lap after this. So there we go. Carnwell comes across the line in pole position. We'll see if we can get the cameras to play ball. Then we've got Luke Carnwell coming across the line. And then it should be... Here we go. Here comes Cameron. Third place. Decent finish, though. Again, I don't think it's going to be enough to maintain the lead over the Carnwells.
Yeah, this might be a change in the lead here.
So we'll have to see what happens there. And then we obviously got Bert coming along, then racing Franco. Then we have the cursed one that is Archie, Shipfire, followed by Twist. So that swapped back again, I think.
Yeah, they did. Yes, they did.
Westy.
Oh, Westy made up a... Oh, okay.
Westy did something.
Westy did something, yes.
Yeah,
we can all agree.
Something happened there. Right, there we go. Right, let's see if we can actually catch back up with our leaders, as I'm not sure if they're going to be doing celebratory laps or not, but there's the big pack of them all together.
What a race. Bert, I'm so impressed from Bert. What a real calm, collected race from Bert here. That was really impressive.
Yeah, it has to be said that was a very...
Especially with that Nissan, they did not look happy around this circuit.
No, it seemed to be that it was very strong in some places and very weak in others. Very nice to see the whole gang going around together now, though. So, oh, and a nice big
and
power
sideways.
slide. Oh, he's gone round, though.
Wow.
Causing commotion. Everyone avoided it, though. Fair play. Everyone avoided the madness.
They've
right.
not switched off, have they?
No, they just... That was fair play to them. Cameron, I think, is still out there probably just absolutely obliterating tyres. Yeah. Can we find him? I've gone the wrong way. There he is. He's coming into the pits as well now. Right. We should hopefully be able to get some post-race interviews. Oh, okay. Randomly.
This is going to be havoc.
Why did it want to show me that camera angle?
I'm not entirely sure. Here?
I don't.
He's beamed it.
Oh, there we go. We just have a little. Oh, don't do that to me. Come on. Come on. I've already got a toddler. I already have to listen to that rubbish so much. That's just... Get out. Get out.
I'm sorry, Tim. That's PTSD right there.
Oh, I'm shaking in my boots. Right.
Post-shock trauma disease.
Oh, there we go. Nice little skid going on in the background as well. Let's see if we can catch anybody. Oh, there's burnouts going on out here, and we were missing them. I think I pressed F2, which randomly chooses random cameras. Lovely stuff.
Love that.
Oh, Flex Tape's still out there. Yeah.
Has Flex Tape finished the race yet? Has he got a couple more laps to go?
I don't know, honestly. Bit of a strange one. Right.
There might be a bit of an incident here on the main straight.
Right. Yeah, there's something going on there, isn't there? I've got to say, the smoke graphics. Rather impressive.
It's fantastic.
I'm actually very impressed with it.
Oh, no.
Here we go.
Oh, no. Oh,
no.
He's not quite across the line there.
He hit one of them. I'm not sure which one of the cars it was. Oh, he's disconnected from the server again. So
wow.
I don't know what's gone on. But right, let's see if we can get some post-race interviews with some of our drivers. Let's try and work this one out then. Try and grab them in if we can do. I don't want that. I want that one. But in fact, as well, let's move over to something that's not quite so noisy and ridiculous. Let's go back to this one. There we go. Right. Application capture. You can go away. It's just me and you now, Charlie. Don't worry. It's just us. But let's see if I can... Normally, I drag people into my comms box, but we kind of want to just jump straight into theirs, which might be a little
Let's jump into the pit.
Yeah, I'm going to have to change it, and then I'm going to have to change where the Discord feed is. So, do apologise to everyone at home. There might be a brief
Shall I meet you in there, Tim?
Yeah, meet me in there, mate. We'll jump in and we'll go for the madness.
Fuck! Sorry, Toby.
This.
It's a bit bumpy.
Great.
Contact on.
You boys
Wait,
are live.
goes backwards.
You boys are live.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Channel 4, please do not swear.
Oh, penalties.
That was great. That was
Two of
so
your
good.
names have got swear words in, so the whole not swearing thing is out the window now.
Oh, that's right. Then. Fucking great.
Right. Oh, yeah, God's sakes. Can we have race winner from race 1 pipe up, please?
Hello.
Hello. It was obviously it was a great race for you. Absolutely dominated race 1. It was it was absolutely great. Your other Carnwell compatriot did not have so much fun. Oh, hang on. Have we just what's gone on there? Something's gone weird. What's going on with my Discord? It's all going wobbly and changing.
Shouldn't be.
Oh, it just randomly changed. I don't know what happened. It randomly went to a completely different Discord. So,
I can still hear you.
oh, no. You guys are still going out live, but my game in the background is trying to make me go to the pits over and over again. So it's spamming buttons in the background. So it's moving my mouse around, which is always really good fun. So obviously, race 1, you absolutely dominated it. Absolutely fantastic. There was some brilliant racing going on as well. Race 2, it ended up being a Carnwell 1-2. Which pretty much sure means that one of you's leading the championship. And Cam, that means you're no longer joint leader of the championship.
No.
Are you feeling the betrayal?
The maths. He's doing the maths.
No, and there's a reason for that. I kind of expected this to happen for this round because, I mean, it's no secret that this car wasn't picked by anyone because it's a nightmare. Even I didn't actually originally pick it. I've been able to drive around it so far in the other tracks, but this track is just the way it flows. The car does not cooperate. It just I can't be safe, and I'm having a weird wastegate issue where it kind of I don't know if you were ever on board with me, but that like weird fluttering noise is me losing power for some reason. I don't even know. But yeah, car wasn't happy. I couldn't get past the faster cars. They've got the legs on the straight. They're too stable in the corners. So I was having to pit them against each other so that I could get, gaps that they would open up. So I was being a bit of a rat this race, but the fact that I survived is what matters to me.
The it has to be said, the Toyota Supra. Now I hear behind the scenes there is a little bit of discussion about that anyway, but that thing was ridiculously quick on corner turning. Supra drivers, come on, you got to tell us.
It's a bit cliche, but it was on rails.
So unfortunately, we did test. There's more cars to this pack actually, like in the background that we didn't choose to use because we tested all of them, and it was me and a few others and Westy, and we tested all the cars to see. Remember that's foreshadowing. We tested all the cars. They all, some of them were really fast, some of them were really slow, and a lot of them were on pace. So you're seeing the cars that were on pace together. Westy's the only one that tested the Supra, and he came back to us and he told us his time, and it was on pace. And he said, I mean, yeah, it's got a lot of grip, but like it's not that fast. And we looked at the time, and we were like, all right, we'll let it in. Lo and behold, when the roulette table spins and we get to pick our cars in a random order, Westy picks up one of the Supras, and we're like, oh, okay, the one he tested. That kind of makes sense. Until we found out why. So yeah, it's a bit late to ban it, but it turns out it's completely broken.
Just point out, it's the JZA80, not the Supra.
Yes, specifically the JZA80.
Right. So what we're saying is we need to bring in a custom balance of performance. We need to add ballast to it.
That's funny way of
saying capital punishment.
Yeah, remove his leg.
Fine.
Remove him. His legs clean off.
Death. That'll fix it.
I mean, they haven't, to my knowledge, unless they won this time, neither of them have won a race yet, which is the only reason we're not seriously worried about them. There is something else happening that's keeping them from winning, but as long as that keeps happening, we're good.
Skill issue. Skill issue.
I didn't say anything.
I did. It's fine. I said it for you. I'm not in the lobby, so he can't barge me off. Also, apologies if there's weird noises going on in the background. My dog is currently attacking me again. So there is some slight Labrador action going on to my left-hand side. Boys, it's been an absolutely fantastic race again. Has anyone already done the maths on who is winning the championship now? Because I definitely am not mathy to know that.
The Carnwells.
I mean,
I would assume Oak. I was tied with Oak, and he's had some very good results, but we need to figure out what's going on with the second race result, because apparently he was sent into the Shadow Realm in the first race and it caused him to get a last place result and then get put at the front for the second race, which shouldn't have happened. So we need to work that one out, but he's definitely in the running for it, that's for sure.
We'll have to wait and see, aren't we? We'll have to wait and see once the maths and I say the stewards, you guys, have gone back through it all. I think for everyone at home, I think we all need to quickly give the Driven show a shout out. So if you just want to quickly just yell, "Thank you, Driven."
Big up, Driven.
Thank you, Driven.
Thank you, Driven.
Big thank you. Takes a lot for a company to support something, you know, that's just for fun. So we really do appreciate that.
Professional amateurs.
Yeah.
We'll take that.
Any of us here? No, amateurs.
And I think also quick shout out for Waymo as well, obviously for joining me in the booth tonight, having to suffer through the absolute insanity that is watching you boys. So
there was no suffering.
It
was pure joy. It was pure joy.
Thank you for joining us this time, Charlie. We're
for
very happy to have you.
Charlie.
I hope you enjoyed your time.
I did.
Love you.
I did. I love you all. That was fantastic to watch. That was so much fun.
Right, I'm going to leave you guys to carry on having your chin wag and everything, and then I'm just going to wrap some bits and pieces up. But yeah, so massive thank you to everyone at home for watching as well. And yeah, one last big cheer of goodbye from you lot, please.
And thank you to Tim, as always. Thank you, Tim. Wonderful man. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Love you.
Right. Oh, goodness gracious. Right. We are calling it a night now, ladies and gentlemen. It has been absolutely fantastic racing with you. I realise I need to mute myself in here, otherwise everyone may still think I'm talking to them. There we go. Thank you for joining us for watching yet another race. I've got an absolute spamming of Discord noises going on in my ears. Keep an eye on the socials, obviously overhead cam. Keep an eye on his socials to see what is going on, when the next race is going to be. Obviously, there is another round coming up. I'm trying to remember exactly where we're going next time. I believe we are at Brands Hatch next time round. I will tell you. Yes. So rounds 7 and 8 are going to be at Brands Hatch. Probably going to be next year at this point. Who knows? We might squeeze another one in before Christmas, but it's probably going to be the new year. But we have reached the halfway point in the season, so hopefully if we see you before Christmas, fantastic, or any other holidays you're celebrating. If we don't see you before the holidays, have an absolutely fantastic festive period. Stay safe out there, guys, and remember, watch Waymo and listen to Driven Show. Much appreciated.